Well, I've been called to do another job. This is a little different. These are the people that don't really like me personally, but they know talent when they see it. And they're getting to be a little bit nicer to me. They gave me half a warm Gatorade the other day, kind of begrudgingly, but anyway, they're getting some patio furniture, and I am these people are just kind of, I don't know how to say it. They just want me to do it. They trust my work, and that makes me feel very nice. So got a ways to go. They pay me for mileage and all that other stuff, so that's pretty cool. So let's see if we can cut to whatever this stuff is and put it together. Try to put it together as safely and correctly as we can. This is Lowe's patio furniture, sort of your glidey kind of stuff and stuff like that. So there's where the Donaldsons used to live over there, and I grew up right over there. I grew up on Lake Norman. There's the Davidson watershed. I used to barefoot water ski and slalom courses and all that stuff right up here. So it sure is different. That's pretty over there too. It's a state park. I believe that they've sold most of that now. They promised they never would, but they did. So let's get on to the yard furniture. And I grew up about a mile down the water that way. See that big long looking pier thing? There it is. That's called the Davidson watershed. Right on the other side of that is where I grew up. Very fortunate to do that. It's a very beautiful place. Big lake. It's like 500 and something miles of coastline. Used to go all day. You could go way up the tributaries. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's get to work.
3 convenient locations serving the surrounding area.
Well, I can't believe I timed this out right. There's the delivery right there of the stuff I'm going to build in just a minute. And anyway, isn't that interesting? Perfect timing. Now I gotta wait. Oh well. See this big neighborhood? There's a vulture. I can't believe it, sitting right there. So, wow. I just looked up and I thought, well, that must be some kind of model to, there's 2 vultures. That must be some kind of model to run off vultures or something. But in fact, it is a vulture. And, okay. I hope he goes ahead and puts them on the back porch. So it's getting kind of messy here. Okay, this is, some people got some fancy stuff. That's pretty good. Fancy. Okay, so this is what this is. And there's the part number. Loveseat and coffee table. And we got 2 of these to put together. Sheesh. Can't argue with that. Okay, it cools it off quite a bit, and there's a 49/64/31, and so half the battle swivel glide chair. Half the battle's done because they're here. So let's take this apart first, and we'll see what kind of tools we need. And all right. So apparently all you need is love, and that thing right there is love. The Allen key, and so there's the instructions, mostly site instructions, and of course you're going to need this. I'm going to just leave that out, I guess. Well, it seems pretty straightforward, but I would recommend Loctite in situations like this. Just blue medium. That's probably be good enough. Don't use any kind of green stuff. So I guess I got to get all this. Let me unpack that thing and we'll see what we got. Got these things, and they have little adjustable feet, which is nice too. So anything I hate's a wobbly table or something, or chair. So it took longer to unpack it, I think, than it may be to put it together. So you got this piece and that piece and that piece and this big metal piece here, and the cushions come with it. That's pretty cool. And then this end and that end. And so now I really just don't think it takes any other tools. So step one, remove hood. That's if you want to put a timing chain on a 1976 TR7. So let's double A is the 20 millimeters, and you only got two sets. So you got 20 millimeters and 26 millimeters, or whatever, 28s maybe, it don't matter. The bigger ones. And then all this assortment of them, and then the nice little end caps. And some of us got cool things. Some of us don't. Let's just see what we got here. Well, I'll just see. Ooh, I'm impressed. So you don't need that thing. So put that in the metal recycle. That'll serve you for about 3 or 4 turns, and then it'll bite you. Okay, so I'll do some assembly, and I'll show you what it looks like. Doesn't look like it's too hard, but let's just see how it goes. So just so you know where we are, this is step 1. And we have, we're using, instead of the Allen key, a T-25 torx bit, and it fits marvelously. And I'm very impressed by that. What a good idea. And I got a little bit, this is what I'm using, the 242. When she focuses, she really focuses. I'm always impressed. And these screws have some kind of little, look at that, that's pretty nice. Already got a busted bit right there. I didn't do it. It came that way. So yeah, I don't know why you need covers on those way underneath there, but it says put it on there. DD. And DD's little covers. Okay, so there's one piece put together. And you can't mix these up because the other end is completely different. And so now you're going to put the other arm in, and then the back. So let's put the other arm on, and then we'll do that funky looking piece there. So here you go. We got this thing going here. This is your classic, don't tighten anything until you're through yet. Little bit of trouble aligning, but nothing too bad. Just put a prop under the legs and you'll get these aligned here. And just don't tighten anything up. And just for insurance purposes, everybody's got their caps on, right? Okay, so that looks like we've got this going. And we've got a little bit of a tail end here. So, but we're going to get some super glue on that. Okay. So we've battled our way through part 2. And then, I don't know, thought I did all that. Is there more? Oh, let's see, I did that. Let's see. Well, that's what we did up there. Okay, so that was kind of a repeat step. There's no other thing to bolt to. And it's been turned over, and it's extremely solid. And so get your cushions out, and there's definitely an up and down on these. And you got your bottom cushions, and those go like that. I'm not going to be the first one to sit on this, not mine. So, but anyway, we'll imagine a stick person sitting there. I don't know. All right, let's put the crazy. That piece over there threw me because I thought that was part of this, but then I realized that. I didn't realize, but I was informed that that's the lower shelf of the Yingling beer table, coffee table. Okay, so that's built. That's very straightforward. And this is a real big case of do not tighten anything until all the fittings are in. Fit pretty good though. And then be sure and make sure your cushions go toward the center of the earth there. Okay, so that takes care of that. So that's a pretty. I could see an elephant putting their little baby, maybe a little white elephant or something. But that's pretty nice. I gotta give that an A. And so let's move on to the chairs. So just grasp it firmly, and you ought to be fine. This is the leftover hardware. I don't know where those went. I think that's because they had some change of design. So that's okay. I'll just throw that in the metric pile. And then we'll have those for something else later on. Okay, so let's open this up. Okay, so here's the base. And here's the back and the side, the bottom, and the sides. And this also looks to be fairly straightforward. And it was interesting, don't rip the tags off unless you own the thing, or you have to hear all the sirens and they surround your house and the FBI comes, and especially if you're in some parts of the world with certain views. Okay. And so got AB, and we got a little bit more hardware here. Interestingly enough, that came with Loctite. And these have these FF thicker washers, so it always avails to look at what they have these things. And it just saves a little time. So let's see what step 1 is. So looks very familiar, like the putting the lawn chair together. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, shouldn't be too hard. Well, let me tell you, that was a challenge here, and I'll give you a little secret when you're doing this thing. This side went on fairly easy, you know. As well, if you're driving a car, that would be the right side. But anyway, you're not driving a car. So that screw that goes way back up in there, you better put that one on first, very loosely, 4 or 5 threads. And then you get this one, and on this one the tabs were several millimeters off. I had to bend the tabs back and then get a hammer, and once I got them where I wanted them, and kind of tap them back in to get them to realign. That was really, really hard. You will not be doing that with that little Allen key supplied. I'll tell you that right now. You're going to strip that thing real quick. So, very, very difficult to get that to fit. The frame just was a little weird. So I'm gonna put all the caps on it, and then we'll put the base on it, and then I don't know what else we'll do after that. I would describe the fitting of this base to be pretty good. I mean, it was pretty nice. It went fairly well. This is where those big thick washers go. Focus, there you go. And then your little washers and your caps. It's sort of fiddly a little bit, but it ain't bad. And you can't over tighten these because it won't slide too good, you know. Kind of grind them up. So we're ready to turn it over and see what we got here. You know, the fitting of the cushions. Need a step for that, really. I hope that's okay. If it was me, I'd have a section right here saying thank you for purchasing and hope you enjoyed something like that. But anyway. Alright, I finished the second one, but I learned something. I think that one of the reasons I was having trouble with that bolt that I was talking about was because of these. These have to be really loose, these seat ones. And if I left everything really, really loose, I was able to get this one down here tight. So let's look at on the directions. It'd be that one right there. So, you know, just leave everything loose, especially these two here, and then that'll help you line up back there. It wasn't so terrible. It was a little terrible, but not too terrible. And so there you go. Let's turn it over, and then we'll see the ensemble here in just a moment. So there it is. There's the second one, and we've got these premium covers here. What are the part numbers on these things? Elemental, whatever they are. There you go. That's good enough. So that's for the big thing, And here's the one for the little thing. And there's the part number there. And for the chair. And they do not work. They do not fit. So don't get those. You have to go online and if I find out what the part numbers are that fit, I'll let you know. Because those don't work. And they came from the same place. And so apparently they don't sell many of these. And because there's all kind of different colors too. So my guess is they just haven't had. And it's just now late February, so they're just now hitting the time we're going to start selling these. But that one over there doesn't fit at all, and there's no flexibility in them. So that wraps up this particular segment. This one went much faster once I learned my way around that bolt way up inside of there. And then that's the way it is. You get real good at something when you don't have to do it again. Okay, let's see here. This seems to be the final landing place for this stuff. And there's no cushions in them, but these things are pretty cool. They they rock and go all kinds of different ways. So pretty nice stuff. Didn't put the cushions on. I can't give you the part number on the covers, but just when you buy them, no matter what you buy, don't just depend on that. Say these fit. Look at the measurements. You should do that anyway. So that's just my advice to you. So whatever color you want. But the good thing is, if you've got the cushions on them, you don't have to keep. And you got covers. I've been up in the attic. I'm kind of choked up. Then you don't have to take them off so much. I would be a little concerned about leaving them too long because of spiders and snakes and wildebeest and mud hens and all that other stuff. But not Washington Redskins. You won't find those under there because they're not around anymore. Okay. I think that's really pretty stuff. I got to give this stuff a B+. Pretty close to an A, probably 1 point from an A. I think that's pretty good looking. I mean, what you get 5-7 years out of it in most environments. And if you got this awning thing, and you're in such an environment as this, they're kind of close here. There's the other house right there. So this is one of those kind of places. But it's very cute, very livable, very noisy. Everybody waves at everybody. That really annoys me. Okay. All right. That's it. Be sure and give me a thumbs up. I hope this helped you. And be sure and subscribe. And we'll talk later. Bye-bye.